Back with another Pick'ems video, guys. And I think I remember in the last video, I said, probably don't follow my Pick'ems. We failed the first two stages. This is just going to be me trying to make it work. Well, we actually did it. We got 5 right. So I told you not to follow it, but then I got 5 right. So I don't know, man. Anything can happen in these Pick'ems. It's wild. It's crazy. The major has been fun so far. And just to tell you now, it is 1:43 in the morning, Wednesday, the 10th of December, when I'm filming this. I'm a little bit later than a lot of the other content creators and people making stuff. Not really a content creator. I'm just an interviewer and host who streams a little bit and has some fun and loves Counter-Strike. But I can give you guys some insight, which is also going to influence my picks for the playoffs here. So you might have seen it. I've had a couple of days of media. Monday, the day after stage 3 finished, we did the All About Counter-Strike podcast with Devil Walk, with live guests, Fallen, Zywu, Mazinho, Alexi B, and Tanir. Wow. And honestly, the love we got on the video, the appreciation from fans and how relaxed it was and how comfortable it was crazy. It was such an enjoyable episode that we're going to have more like this going on during playoffs. The end of every playoff day, we will do an episode of the live podcast. And I was thinking, just like yesterday, oh, my energy is low. Like I maybe need to slow it down, need to relax a bit more. But as we get closer to the arena, and I was shown pictures of the trophy, and I saw the stage, almost ready, all being set up, it got me very excited. It got me very hyped. I cannot wait to enter. Hopefully I'll see some of you guys there. If not, just enjoy it from home, whatever you're doing. And I also need to say a big shout out to people all over the world who were purchasing the mouse pad. I know I plugged it last time. This isn't just some sales pitch, but people were already pre-ordering it on some of the websites in Europe that had it. In China, it's been selling really well. I can even tell you a player who is in the playoffs already said he's going to use it next year. Obviously, it's not good for him to use it for the major now when he's already using another mouse pad. But that gave me such a good feeling in my heart that the product is that good, that they wanted to take it, they wanted to be involved. So this is really cool. So overall, it's the Budapest Major. StarLadder started off slow. They're ramping up. Things are getting better. I'm excited to be in the arena. I got a couple of new suit jackets to deliver as well. Some specials that I bought here. I had them made by a designer called Robert Ma. So everything's going well. We got Pick'ems correct. Had cool media day. Oh, and we did something just on Tuesday, because now it's Wednesday morning, but I haven't slept. I'm making the video right now. We did a round table with me, MongolZ, Donk, and MongolZ. It was epic. I hope they just edit this so good and put it together really well. And then we did another one with Xertion, Techno, and Imma. So these are some bangers. I'm very blessed I get to do this kind of thing and this content. Obviously, I enjoy it so much. I'm looking here at my computer quickly. It says, get correct predictions for stage 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh? Get 5 pick and prediction for stage. I got them. Why has it not worked? Okay, this must be a bug. I got 5. So I definitely did get something. I'm on the way to gold. Gold is still possible. But 3-0, only got FURIA. 0-3s, Imperial continue to make upsets in it. Passion, I thought they were going to go 0-3, but they managed to beat Liquid. It's kind of a strong win for them. I was kind of on the last day, by the way, all of the ones I needed to hit. NAVI came through, FaZe came through, and then Falcons or G2 I would have won either way. Spirit going 3-0. Maybe I underestimated Donk, which was stupid. But Tanir and Zwei still didn't play like super amazing. But I got some insight from Zwei when it came into actually him coming on the podcast, talking about things, all the changes he has to go through. So let's go through these opening matchups. Now, Spirit versus Falcons. This is where MongolZ now is playing much better than he did at the beginning of the groups. I spoke to him personally after he beat G2 and qualified for the playoffs. And he was picking up the AWP some more. He said he was calling less of his own game. Like he was trying to call more for the team and started to call less of his own game and play off his intuition. And you could see that in the way he was moving, what he was doing. So he's back in a good form. Kioski performed really well. Nico actually not choking even in a tight game against G2. Spirit right now, yes, Donk and Shiro are dominant. But Chopper, I feel like he's going to have a bit of a drop-off from what you saw. And Zwei and Tanir, I would like to see more from today. He had some good moments at Hong Kong, but Zwei is still a big struggle. And the other thing that Falcons have in their favor, MongolZ and Nico never lose to Donk. And I just think that's where we've got to start with this. Like, Spirit are a good team. I'm saying they can take a map. They can get it close. But Falcons just have this edge. They have this mental edge over them. It's just maybe a play style edge or how they get it. Falcons could maybe be overconfident with this. But it's a crazy thing I saw as well today. The Falcons manager need to go get a new keyboard. It's exactly the same keyboard that MongoZ was already using. We had to go get a new keyboard from MongoZ. Maybe that could play a factor. No, something like that won't bother him. He'll be able to handle that. It's exactly the same one as he's already been using. But Falcons for me are the favorites in this one. Then we come to Vitality MongolZ. Now, I did learn from these content pieces I did with Mazzinio, the podcast, and the roundtable with Techno, that all of the MongolZ were thinking, why do people keep underestimating us? And I'll be right. I think we did all underestimate them. I guess Senzu's a great player, and MongolZ players all agree that. But the system that Mara has put together, and remember, he doesn't do English interviews. They told me he doesn't want to learn English. He's going to just wait. If they give him a translator, he'll do some content. That's about it. Mara's focused on the game. He's been playing Counter-Strike since he was 11 years old. He's now 35. He's a grinder. He built the system. He built the team. And controllers just fitted in perfectly. And even if Mazzinio said they were going to contact Magix and they were going to bring JL in, it doesn't really matter because controllers, even if he continues this really good performance in the system and how everything works with MongolZ, even though the MongolZ beat Vitality the last two times they faced off each other, and even though controllers is 28 years old, he's more experienced, he might handle the stage better than a young player. There's a different amount of pressure here, and I think that's where the little teamwork decisions of a Vitality will come on top in comparison to what the MongolZ can show. And I feel like Vitality, yeah, Zyru Rob's playing really well. Flamesy is a player who improves in the playoffs. Messi should stay about where he is. Apex will do Apex things, randomly losing rounds by pushing out at the wrong timing. But we might not understand it, but there's a call or there's a reason why he does these kind of things. This is like the way we view CS maybe as more casual fans to how they're viewing it is it's not just him pushing for no reason. It's a feeling, it's an intuition, it's some communication that's being called out there. But I feel like MongolZ can still put up a fight in this. But Vitality is just the team I'm going to give the edge to because 9-10 still wasn't playing to his best. And Mazzinio is having the best major he's ever had. But I don't expect controllers to be able to hold the same level that he did even within the system because it's just his own individual form of it. So for me, we're putting Vitality through. I'm going to keep going with this side of the bracket. Now, people will probably go back and say, oh, look at Hong Kong, Vitality Falcons. Vitality got the win. Now, this is the great storyline you can look at. You can look at Vitality going through the grand finals, a chance of back-to-back majors. We haven't seen that since Astralis 6 years ago at the Berlin Major, another StarLadder Major. But then you've got Falcons, Nico. Everyone on that team, it'll be their first major. But Nico, we've wanted it for so long. I feel like the biggest thing I worry about with Falcons is that it was better for them to play more games in this group stage. But even against G2 on their map pick, they were losing. Vitality definitely has the better map pool. Vitality will ban out Ancient anyway. I feel like Vitality as a whole squad right now are going to be coming in a bit better prepared, a bit better ready. Falcons might be a bit unsure of themselves, but this is just a feeling. I didn't really get to talk to too many Falcons players before coming to this, but Vitality I did. So I've just got this like inkling in myself that Vitality be the ones making it through to the grand finals at the top side of the bracket. Now, FURIA NAVI. This is my dream, by the way, guys. Look, I would just do NAVI. This would be my heart as the #1 NAVI fan. NAVI go through. They beat FURIA, who they haven't been able to beat. They even lost a best-of-5 final when they were up 2-0 against them. They got beaten in this group stage of the major, stage 3, 13-2. Demolished, owned. But they come back into it. Alexi told me he had Copenhagen vibes. Also, other than Bit, everyone is performing well. Wonderful is performing better than he ever has in the Navi jersey, having his best major performance as well. And if Bit, he does play better on stages, he does get better as the tournament goes on, he increases. It'll be great as well. Now, this is my dream scenario. I would love Navi to win another major. This would be an epic storyline. People would need to apologize to Alexi and to Blade. But my pick'ems are going to be realistic. Wait, how do I get this back? No? Yeah, there we go. No. The problem is, it's FURIA first game. If you put Navi versus FaZe or Navi versus MOUZ, I would be picking Navi in my pick'ems. The thing is here, it's a best of 3. against a FURIA who have a veto and a map advantage just in how they play these maps, the experience against playing NAVI. The only thing I think that could get to FURIA here is FURIA have this pressure of being the team expected to win the major when we have one of the most stacked brackets we have seen in such a long time. This is literally the 8 best teams in the world are 7, and then there's FaZe who are ramping up, but they prove themselves from stage 1 of the major all the way to this. We'll come on to them later. But I'll look at FURIA versus NAVI. FURIA right now have Fallen, who they will go into situations where they go 4v5. He explained this on the podcast. And by the way, this is why I'm so impressed with FURIA. Fallen said an underestimated part of Counter-Strike that he sees not enough team doing is this sacrificial, not even an entry, but first player going out and then trading, but not giving the ability for the other team to get a multi-kill. So what that means is someone like jumping over, so he gave the example of Rops is standing there, he's holding a position, he can easily get a multi-kill. One takes the fight and then they look for the trade frag, but maybe Rops gets both of them. What Fallen would do is jump over and get someone like Yakinda in the back line or Keserato who will then trade it out. And then they know it's a 1-for-1. So you're killing Rops or you're killing a Zywoo and you lose a Fallen. Overall, that's a good trade if you look at how that should work. And then I also think that when MongolZ was telling me it's like a family, many times, by the way, teams tell us they are a family. For me, MongolZ is the most family because of the way they do things. They're definitely the most together as a team. Obviously, maybe a little bit less with controllers just because they're getting to know him. But FURIA have this because MongolZ said on the round table, and again, this is where I'm going into the psyche of it all. MongolZ said that there was a boot camp in Serbia. The rest of the team was staying in Malta. Fallen still decided to fly and be there for that first boot camp with MongolZ. And that's the leader. That's a guy who's done it all. He doesn't need to go and do that, right? He can call and say what he wants to do. But he took that level of respect and gave it to MongolZ on the first try to show him how committed they were. And I also just think that FURIA right now are on such a streak, on such a tear, that even though they had sickness, they still dominated the teams they played against. Like, they didn't struggle. They played NAVI, they played Imperial, then they played, I think it was G2. I'm just going to double check to make sure I'm not just talking nonsense. Yeah, they played G2, and they were just dominating. Even G2 was 13-6, 13-10, 13-10 on overpass in the end. So yeah, for me, FURIA going through on this against NAVI. But again, I'm the ultimate NAVI fan. I would love for NAVI to win. I'd be happy if they destroy my pick'ems. Now, MOUZ FaZe. FaZe clan with Jacob. Jacob is performing much better. Haters now need to stop. He has grown every single group stage. Stage 1 to stage 2 to stage 3. He actually performed better than Frozen and Twist in stage 3. That is correct. Go check the numbers. It's crazy. And then I do expect both Frozen and Twist to perform better there. Brokey has also leveled up, and FaZe are known for magic. But MOUZ is the most consistent team in Counter-Strike. Yes, they're not getting trophies at the moment, but they play such a good level off each other. They obviously have a huge bit of, I guess, pressure on Torji's shoulder, and they want to do well because Budapest is his home city. It's where he's from. He's a Hungarian player. But even with all the things we're talking positive about FaZe Clan, I just look at how MOUZ play and approach CS that I just put this as too hard of a challenge. There was maybe go back a year or a year and a half ago where every time MOUZ came up against FaZe, MOUZ would lose. But we're way past that now. MOUZ also do not struggle on a stage anymore. They play really good CS, and so I got to keep moving them forward. One thing Carrigan said, though, in the interview I did with him, he said, we have now no pressure. We've made it to playoffs. We were 0.4 seconds away from going home. And that's true. They nearly lost the whole thing. So they have no pressure. They're in a playoffs, and that's where the magic can begin for them. They can be deadly to every team they face. And if they go out in the quarters, no one's going to be complaining and saying, oh, this FaZe is trash. They have gone further than what was expected, considering how badly their even first stage against much lower down teams was. They have improved. They have shown growth, but also their energy can start to hit and can start to be lacking a little bit as well. Excuse me. Then also on the FURIA side, they were feeling sick. So Yakinda wasn't well. Keserato was the first one ill. Other players might be getting a bit injured as well. But I spoke to Yakinda. I was messaging him on Instagram DMs, and he said he was feeling better. So the health is getting better. They're getting ready. They're ramping up for playoffs. Things are improving in there. It's quite funny, actually. I even gave Yakinda some medicine just vitamins to help him, actually, to help him get better. So hopefully that did work out and help to actually get him on his way to improving. But again, for FURIA taking on MOUZ, FURIA right now have these 5v4s, 4v5 situations they're winning on. Their T sides are just much better. They don't crumble under pressure. The cooling is definitely better from Fallen compared to what Brolan has. I think they both have a good amount of team chemistry, but I feel like FURIA just definitely have more firepower at a point which can go further, you know? Like MongolZ versus Torzi, I'm choosing Torzi. Xertion versus Yakinda, I'm choosing Yakinda. Yakinda's also the second caller for that team, helping out Fallen, who's been praising it so much. Quesarado is a better rifler as well. It's like they're just hitting all the points for me where I've got to see FURIA going forward. Then we, by the way, get the first ever best of 5 grand final at a major. Now, we still have best of 1s. Please, Valve, do change it. But we get a best of 5 grand final. This is amazing. This is what Counter-Strike deserves for the pinnacle of Counter-Strike. The majors are the most prestigious, the best, the most wanted. Every player wants that more than anything. Cologne and Kato, now Krakow, people do want. They're certainly super prestigious, but nothing tops the majors, the stickers, the hype, all the things around it. And the other thing is, Fallen doesn't lose best of 5 finals. Now, both these teams have very good map pools, but even last time when they played in a best of 5, FURIA is able to win it. And FURIA continue to improve from there. Now, Vitality may want the revenge. Last time they had this floating of Ancient, right? And actually, FURIA ended up playing against them and winning against Vitality on it, even though they don't have the reps and the experience. FURIA's in some magic mode right now. Do I think they'll risk it and play Ancient in a best of 5 grand final of a major? Probably not. But even for Vitality to be in this situation, to be in a grand final, once again, this shows to their consistency, shows to their incredible year they've had. I do, however, think that Vitality won't be able to match up to what FURIA have to offer because of the tear FURIA is on, the experience of Fallen. And if Fallen won, it'll be 9 years since he won his last major in 2016. He'd be the oldest person ever to win a major. And MongolZ would then get his first as well at such a young age, his rookie year. Could never doubt again that he's rookie of the year. You already can't. He is the rookie of the year. This one may not even be voted for on HLTV. But yeah, I like everything in me just says this is furious to take. I think this could be a 5-map affair, maybe a 3-1, depending on how FURIA starts off and what Vitality's feeling on the day. But I'm going to give the edge to FURIA. I do think this is their major to take. Finally, another major going to Brazil. And guess what? Even if it is 9 years later, it's Fallen still doing it with a new set of players and a Latvian and a Kazakhstani player at the same time. So I'm going to save. Oh, there we go. There's my 5 correct picks. It's all come in now. Yeah, I think this is FURIA's major. It is the obvious pick. Some people would say it would be Falcons. Some people would say maybe it can be Vitality. The dreamer of me says it's NAVI. Please, NAVI, that would be amazing. But if I'm being realistic, I'm giving you my real pick'ems. I think FURIA is the one that's going to be taking it forward. This will be their major to grab. It's not too wild in my picks. I've not gone too crazy, but there's my analysis. There's my thought. There's a lot of input and stuff that came from the interviews and everything else. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Make sure you enjoy the major, whether you're watching at home or you're coming down to the venue. Just have fun, cheer for your favorite teams, enjoy the energy, enjoy the moment. Give me your energy if you're in the arena because I'm going to need it to push through and bring all the hype for you guys. We're going to have some fun. It's a 360-degree stage. I'm going to be running left, right, back, forward, up, down, wherever I can go. I'm going to be all over that stage, running around, having some fun. Thank you very much for the support. Hope you enjoyed the video. And after this, it'll just be more podcast time and a bit of holiday time as we enter into Christmas. But we're nearly there. The last event of 2025. It's a big one. Don't miss it. Bye-bye.